Another successful delivery. Now we have to go to a small town in Nebraska, about 150 miles from Sioux City, Iowa. But first we need to drive 250 miles back up to Sioux City, Iowa, because we are in Elwood, Kansas, making a delivery. But like I said, that delivery went smooth. Now we're going to take this empty trailer back up to the city, grab our loaded trailer, and go to that said small town in Nebraska. The only reason I'm saying small town in Nebraska is because why? Let's say it with me. Kurt, you forgot the name of that town. I truly did. Weather today, it is currently 72 degrees. Dew point is at about 62%. The wind it's there, but it's not crazy, so we're happy with that. But more importantly, I don't think it's going to storm today. If you caught the last two videos, it has stormed. I mean, we're not talking just baby storms. A couple videos ago, we got probably about 3-4 inches of rain back home. And then our last video, Iowa just got pummeled with tornadoes again, and everywhere is flooding out. I mean, we're going to swing by Missouri Valley, Iowa, because I just want to show you the floodwaters, if they're still up. A lot of it has gone down, I'm hoping, by now. But I think we ended up getting another 3 inches of rain back home. Don't worry, as always, well, not as always anymore. You've been taking some time off. But the furry little fart box is sitting there watching every move we make. Rockport, Missouri. We're only about 60 miles into the trip, but if I have my stops kind of planned out. We're not in a hurry as usual, but I would like to stop and get the truck washed. And when we stop in Council Bluffs to get the truck washed, there's absolutely nowhere to let the German run around. So I just wanted to stop here, let him run around. We'll run another 60 miles, get the truck washed, stop by, run about another 20 miles, stop and get, we'll stop in Missouri Valley if things are still flooding out, just to show you that we need to stop raining. It needs to stop raining, that's all there is to it. But it's all planned out. Go with the plan. That's what I've always been told. But then I always go against the plan. He's standing here looking at me like, dude, you are a dork. Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How about
Now we will set. Or did you do okay? I didn't hear you barking at anybody. All right, I assume. Now we will sit here for about as long as we can, trying to let the water melt out or burn out of the pipes. That's why you rev it up a little bit to push some of it out as it's coming in. Once it burns out, it's a lot better. Always when I leave here, I will leave the side of the trailer black, and I don't want to do that. This is what they call a roast beef slider. I would much appreciate it if you did not make me regret giving this to you. Do I need to remind you of the burrito incident, Dad? My fingers were in that. You are never... Look at this, guys. Both feet, all 4 feet are on the floor. He is all the way up on this thing. He's trying to get into the front seat. Whoa, easy there, killer. You never come up front to eat. It's almost like you like these things or something. That's all I got. He is going to very evilly look at me now for the next 5 minutes. I think he likes those roast beef sliders. Arby's is about like it is for me though. Arby's doesn't really like me much. It's not too bad of food. It costs way too much for what it is. But I think it kind of gives Opie a little bit of a tummy ache too. But we made it work. He is completely off the bed. His butt isn't even on the bed anymore. I mean, this is huge. This is just flat out huge. Look at that. You never get off the bed to eat. Wow. That is crazy, Opie. Uh-oh, Opie. I don't know if we're going to be able to get across into the good grass that we always have. Yeah, the leash, it's around my ear. I know. Let's go up here. I see a high spot in the little ditch here. Maybe we can get across over to it. The water's gone down a lot. You can see where the water was a lot higher. Now it's really not even worth the stop or recording much, but we're here. I'm just gonna show you. He has switched sides. Usually he always walks on my left side. He has now decided to start walking on my right side. It's weird. When you have somebody that usually walks on your left and now they're walking on your right. He's walking and he's just not happy about it. He's not much of a walker anymore. Now it's been a solid 24 to 36 hours since they actually got that 7 inches of rain. At least I think they got 7 inches of rain here in Missouri Valley, because I know Omaha got 7 inches of rain. It's only a few miles away. But yesterday when we had come through here, this whole road that we were recording right here, that was underwater. McDonald's had water all up in the lot. And well, you see in the truck stop over there how much water is over there. Now see, back in the floods of 2011 and 2019, if I can remember right, this was all underwater where we are standing right here. I could be wrong there. Oh, Opie, come on. Come on, it's getting deep there. Come on. But it was all underwater, I think. I cannot remember. The floods of 2011, that's when that tornado came through back home. I really didn't get to see a whole lot down this way, because I think I was still hauling feed then. So I would have to have no reason to come down here. Those floods were kind of a Army Corps of Engineers oopsie. I mean, they basically flooded us on purpose. But 2019 was a flash flood because of like a 5-inch rain on top of 4 inches of ice, because we had a real brutal winter that year. And that came up fast and furious. It's a really dumb show if you want to watch that on TV. My mom likes it. Isn't that weird? My mom likes Fast and Furious. I think she's watched them all. I'm pretty sure. But that water came up real fast then, and so maybe this wasn't underwater. I know Highway 30 had barricades down both sides of it during 2011, and you had to go that way to get over to Blair, because that would all be flooded out. And like, well, I have no video footage to show you of any of that, because I did not have a beautiful camera phone or any kind of recording device other than an actual camcorder. So if you want to see those, you have to see on those little discs I used to put into those. Alright, well, there's really nothing to see here other than some flooded fields. We're gonna get back underway. Was that a long walk? That was a horrible long walk, wasn't it? No, Dad, I just like this grass. It's good grass. It is good grass, I agree. I'm not gonna lay down in it though. The bugs are out pretty good. just Googled up Google Satellite where our next load is going in Albion, Nebraska. We probably shouldn't have washed the truck. I had to walk all the way around. It's a little skinny to get through those. We probably shouldn't have washed it. We're going to do some gravel road cruising. Because that's what we're going to deliver right there. It's another load of insulation. Huh. I spent most of my early trucking career running up and down gravel roads, and then we all upgraded to gosh, what are they, 52 footers, I think is what those belt trailers were. They were 3-axle trailers. So it's really no different. It's actually better pulling these reefers on those gravel roads, because you can actually suck the tandems all the way up. Those tandems were up pretty good on those belt trailers too. Yeah, luckily we're going to Nebraska though. If we were going to be in Iowa, or well, if we were going to be in Missouri, I'm not too sure if I'd take the load. Missouri gravel roads are kind of skinny. But Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota. South Dakota can get kind of narrow too. But those are all states that have more gravel roads than they do highways. So they usually take pretty good care of them, and they're usually pretty wide. Yes, you did see me. Yes, you did see me stop and try to get fuel back there in Jackson, Nebraska. I couldn't bring myself to spend $3.80 a gallon when all I had to do was drive about 30-40 miles more, and I can get it for $3.40. I think I could get it cheaper if I go a little bit deeper into Nebraska too. I don't think First Class and her kitty cat under the hood were gonna let me go too much deeper into Nebraska for some cheaper stuff. Right now we are in Laurel, Nebraska. We're gonna get back underway. I don't know how much closer we're gonna get. Right now we're about an hour and a half from our delivery. We know we can't go to the delivery because on the satellite it just looks like a little old farm. I'm sure there's a big brand new building going up out there in order to get all this insulation. Let's get back on the road, see if we can catch some of this pretty sunset before it goes completely under. You go first. Fine, I'll go first. See what I mean? The hopper trailers or the belt trailers like what I used to pull, they're the same. I think this one is exactly, well, this one's probably like 52 feet. I think they're lined up at the kingpins pretty good. So the hoppers are probably like 52 feet. So you don't really worry about the gravel roads much. I mean, I guess a person, if anything, would worry about, you know, your height difference, but I've always told you guys, if a hopper can do it, you can do it in that one. I am going to slide my tandems up a little bit further though, because I did see a few tight turns on that gravel road. Right now we are in Osmond, Nebraska. Come on, Opie. Just off of Highway 20. The Highway 20 in Nebraska is almost similar to what Highway 20 in Iowa used to be like before they four-laned it. You drive for miles and miles and miles, and you'd go through about 10, 20 little towns, but none of them, I mean, none of them had a place to put a truck. We're about an hour away from our delivery, and I think we're gonna have a sleepless night. It's early. I mean, that sun didn't go down not too long ago, and like I said earlier, we are usually going to bed right about the time that sun is about to come up anymore. Come here, Opie. So we'll make it work though. We always do. We're going, the sun will be up at least by the time we have to get rolling, because I think the sun comes up at like, well, it comes up pretty darn early anymore. That's it for today. Yep. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.